Open Line Friday, Rush Limbaugh, the EIB network. Now, one of the names that Trump was given, and he knew who he was not stumped by this. The head honcho, the leader of the Quds forces in Iran, that's the equivalent of their Delta or Rangers, SEALs, you name it, special forces. And this guy is an absolute bad guy. His name is General Qasem Soleimani. He heads the Quds forces. Obama just lifted all sanctions on Soleimani and the Quds in this Iran deal. Part of the original sanctions prevented Soleimani from traveling and doing nuclear-related business with, say, the Russians or anybody else. It was recognized what a viciously dangerous bad guy he was, and the sanctions limited his movement if they abided by them. Those sanctions now have been lifted, and this guy, Soleimani, is free to travel all over it. It's accidental. We didn't intend for this to happen. Lifted all sanctions on Soleimani and the Quds in this Iran deal. Soleimani is also the guy who sent all of the IEDs to Iraq that maimed and killed so many of our troops. Qasem Soleimani. He didn't personally manufacture them, of course, but he made sure that they got to Iranian allies in Iraq. And these roadside IEDs and positioned elsewhere were used specifically to kill Americans and Iranians. So let me ask you, which is worse? Not knowing his name off the top of your head, but knowing who he is. Trump knew who he was, or is. But what's worse here? Not knowing the name of this guy off the top of your head, or rewarding him with sanctions relief, as the Obama administration has done. I'll tell you, folks, there's even a part of me that is, I don't know if they're disgusted. I'm not sure if that's the right term. But where we have to know the names of these thugs? As though it's giving them some sort of respect. The only thing we need to know is, and if identifying their names helps, is where they are, so they can be targets. Every one of these groups, every one of these names, al-Zawahiri, everybody knows that Zawahiri inherited al-Qaeda from bin Laden. Ayman al-Zawahiri, he's Egyptian. He's been running al-Qaeda for 14 years, essentially, even before bin Laden was captured and killed. To the extent that these guys are known because they become targets, fine and dandy. But I guarantee you, I think the American people are sick and tired of these names. They're sick and tired of hearing about these names. They're sick and tired of nothing being done about these names. If you ask me, I would go so far as to say that a majority of American people want these names out of our lives. The American people want something done about this. We're not fighting a war on terror. I haven't spoken much about this on this program because it's a bit, I think, in the weeds for a lot of people.